Welcome friends. Today we are diving into a powerful new feature in SAP S/4HANA Public Cloud. pMRP or Predictive Material and Resource Planning. It helps us proactively identify potential capacity bottlenecks and evaluate solutions before they impact production. To get started with pMRP, we need to ensure our master data is complete. This includes your bill of material, work centers, routings, and production version. When setting up work centers, it is crucial to check the relevant to infinite checkbox in the capacity tab. We also need a transactional data, especially plan independent requirements. For this demonstration, we will focus on creating demand for a single material. But remember, this process can be applied to multiple materials. So for our case, we will use one component. We will put the planning period weekly, put our demand, let's say 3,000, 3,500, 3,600, then so on for the 4 week. We will save our planned independent requirement. Our demand is set. Our first step is to use the schedule pMRP simulation creation app. This app let us define the reference data of our simulation, which we will then process in the process pMRP simulation app. Inside the schedule pMRP simulation creation app, we will select the creation pMRP via top level materials job template. For the step number 2, we will just put our background job or a immediate job. Then in the step 3, we will put the reference data ID, that is pMRP SI00 to identify in a processing purpose. Then we will put a simulation ID that we will be identifying in X app. Then we will put the bucket category, that is weekly. Then we will put the start date, end date for the planning. We will give the reference of plant and material and simply will check and schedule the simulation. After processing, the status is in process. Once we click on go button, we will see the result of the simulation. So in a result, we can check which materials is to be considered for the planning. Okay, and then as well as we can see which work centers are also considered in the, that is our capacities, which will be considered for the calculation of the capacity. Now we will move to the next app, process pMRP simulation app. Here we can create and manage multiple simulations. So now we can see over here, we can see the pMRP summary we have kept here. So after clicking on summary, we can see the unresolved issues. These are 8, and we'll find the capacities issues 4 over here. So when we identify capacities issue, we have several methods to address them. This includes 1, changing of source supply. It involves exploring alternative production locations or supplies. Reproducing, this means producing goods ahead of schedule to smooth out the demand peaks. And the changing of available capacity. This could involve adjusting work centers capacity, adding shifts, or optimizing resource utilization. So now for this resolving issues, we will go inside the simulation. So now we can see in a red mark the 4 weeks having some issues. So we'll go one by one. So I have clicked on our first week, and I will go for the multiple level simulation. Here, as we can see, the available resources are means work centers are available, production versions are available. So I can click on one component and I will just change source of supply. So here I can see the out of 3000 pieces, missing quantities are 1800. So I will shift this 800 quantity to the another production version. So we will simply click on adopt proposals and apply it. Okay, so the load is divided for the next production version. Now we will go to the other simulation resource, that is capacity. So we'll click on capacity overload. Here, as per the weekly load, we can see 198.23. So just simply click on that quantities, go to the change available capacity tab, adopt the proposal. Here, the load is directly shifted to the 236%. If you apply it, the capacity issue is resolved. So we can see the graphical presentation of this capacity issues also here. So accordingly, if we go to the second week and we'll change the available capacity and adopt the proposal, then automatically the issue that red marking is coming down. So simultaneously, I will go with the third week, adopt the proposal, apply it. So as per the solution provided, that is the change available capacity or the changing of source supply, we can conclude the capacity issues. So once the capacity issues come to the zero, we will directly go to the our main screen. Now, for this pMRP simulation code, we can see the capacity switches are 0, come down from 4 to 0. After this, we can release the simulation. After releasing this, we cannot change the plan. So this is the functionality given by the SAP. So now we are going to release it. Okay, so releasing in process. This is how product pMRP is working in the SAP S4HANA. Thanks for